Have you ever felt?
Are you listening?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Taylor Cole, your personal astrologer. As you know, I've been working on a series of videos about the different rising signs, and we've gone through the first three. That's Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. So now we're going to go to Cancer. Hi, Cancer. Alright, so Cancer, you are the first water sign of the zodiac, and you are quite watery. Let's just really talk about it. Let's really talk about it. So, as you know, Cancer is the sign of the crab. Let's really dive into it because the symbolism is one of the main factors. As I say in all these videos, it's what's going to kind of give you a really clear picture in a lot of ways. So what is a crab? It's like a little crustacean, alright, or a large crustacean. But what it is soft on the inside and hard on the outside. Do I need to go any further? Alright, so Cancer is very similar. You are just filled with like goopy, wet, soft, gushy, mushy emotions, but like a lot of times you'll be like very stern externally. So that's what I call a hard shell crab or a hard shell Cancer. Those ones are the ones who can be really moody because they built up a very strong wall as a protection mechanism. And these ones, you wouldn't necessarily, identify as a Cancer if you were just going off the stereotypical description of Cancer. Because they do have that hard shell. But then we do have the soft shell crab, the soft shell Cancer. These are the ones who kind of are the more stereotypical version of the sign Cancer. These are the ones who are like, Miss Homemaker, Miss, Mother to the world, or Mr. Caring, Mr. Nurturing. There's like a strong nurturing side to these kinds of Cancers, the ones that are, soft-shelled, as I call it. These people will be everyone's parent. They'll take care of everyone. So we have a third type. They'll be like super happy-go-lucky, to kind of distract themselves and everyone else from the fact that they're like dripping with emotions on the inside. And that doesn't mean they're fake. It's just, we do things, everyone does things to kind of keep themselves feeling okay. It's natural. So what a Cancer rising does is they will try to make themselves feel okay by handling their emotions in a certain given way. So, like I said, you have the one who's just like happy-go-lucky. You have the really moody one who's built up these strong walls and barriers. And then you have the ones who really just don't even try to hide it that much. They're just kind of letting it go. They're just like showing their emotions. So all three of these are okay. What we want to do though is make sure that you are processing your emotions as they come and that you aren't being overprotective of your boundaries. I'm going to get symbolic here again. You know those crabs who have like the one big claw, like that doesn't really even do anything, but it's like, whoa, I'm tough. It's like, do you know those crabs? It's like this claw that they use to kind of try to trick predators. That's what we don't want. We don't want the Cancer who's like really aggressive with their emotions because they're just like trying to protect themselves. We want someone who, yes, reacts to their feelings, but doesn't flip out. Alright, so enough with the symbolism here. Let's talk about some actual astrological qualities. So you are a water sign. That's why I keep saying emotion. But you are also what we call a cardinal sign, which means you're an action taker. You start things, you're an initiator. You're not going to wait for someone else to start things. That's what the descriptions of Cancer that I read frequently in like books or newspapers or whatever are missing. Like people think of Cancer as just like stay-at-home mom who doesn't really take action with anything. No! No! What? No. Cancer is an action taker. You're cardinal. You're in the same group as Aries, Capricorn, and Libra. Those ones are very action-oriented, and so are you. So don't forget that about yourself. Don't sell yourself short. You're an action taker, an initiator, and you can make things happen, Cancer. Here's another thing that you're not really gonna, hear that much about when you're reading about astrology, but it is very much the truth. So each sign is ruled by a planet or a luminary. So each sign is ruled by either a planet or like the moon or the sun. Cancer is ruled by the moon. So, what is the most unique thing about the moon? It's the fact that throughout the month, you can see it literally change form, change appearance, change the way that it presents itself in the sky. So that's something that is very much inherent within a Cancer rising. There's a change. It's almost like a constant wave of change. This can literally just manifest as like a need to change the little things that you're doing throughout the month. So like you're changing your daily routines. Okay, it can be that simple. But the rising sign relates to the physical appearance, among other things, but it does have a connection with the way you look. So if you are ruled by a luminary, the moon, that changes appearance every single day, there can be a change in your physical appearance. Frequently it is a weight thing, so frequently Cancer risings will be the sign who is most likely to retain water throughout various times of the month. This is especially true if you are a woman because the menstrual cycle, it's known to create bloating. If you are a Cancer rising, especially a Cancer rising woman, then don't trip. Don't trip if you are not the type who's gonna have the same weight on the scale every single time you step on it, because it's unlikely that will be the case, and it's not fat on your body, most likely. You're a human, so of course you can gain fat, but frequently it will just be water retention, and just don't trip because it will go away. It can also manifest in other appearance changes. Sometimes a Cancer rising will be one who, during one time in the month, dresses one way, and then the next day or a little bit later they dress a completely different way. They're known to just change their physical appearance a lot. They're known to have changes in their mood a lot too, because Cancer is ruled by the moon, as I said, and the moon is our emotions. So whenever the moon is doing something, if the moon is speaking to Mars that day in a conversation of tension, you will be especially affected because you relate to the moon's energy more than any other sign in the zodiac. So just know that about yourself. Again, that goes along with needing to express your emotions as they come, because the worst thing that you can encounter in life is a Cancer rising or someone with a lot of Cancer in their birth chart who's bottled up their feelings for an extended amount of time. That's not someone that you want to know, and that's not someone you want to be. So get the emotions out as they come. All of us should really do that, but Cancer rising, it's you need to do that. Alright, so lately I've just really liked talking about sex in these videos, not gonna lie. So let's talk about sex, Cancer. You are a water sign. Water merges. If you think about it, if I have water and dirt, and I pour the water into the dirt, the water just gets absorbed into the dirt. It merges. If I have two different types of earth, so if I have clay and dirt and throw them together, nothing's gonna happen. I'm still gonna have some dirt and a piece of clay. That's because water is something that merges. Water wants to come together. Air, it's all over the place. You can't do anything. Fire, it's just going to create a bigger fire, but the fire can go out. But water merges all the time. Even if I take a piece of ice and a piece of water, but the ice and the water, it melts and just becomes water. What I'm getting at here is that you want to merge with your partner sexually. So in general, you'll be the type who really wants that emotional connection when you are sexually intimate with someone. So if you're getting it on, you probably want to emotionally be getting it on as well. You want to feel like you're connected with this person in more ways than just physically, okay? In this case, I think that it's necessary for you to be on the same page as a sexual partner. Is this person thinking that it's a fling when you're thinking we're in love? You need to make sure that that's sort of clear to protect yourself. It's really just open lines of communication, figuring it out. And then there are some Cancers who are cool with it. It depends on your planets and your birth chart and everything, but general. Let's talk about love. Cancer really likes to show their love through taking care of a person. So again, it's that whole parental thing. So I know that sounds creepy. I'm talking about romantic love and bringing up parents, but it's that whole parental quality of let me just take care of you. Let me make this food for you. Let me show you that I love you by literally taking care of you. It's not a subservient thing. No, you want to be taken care of, but you also want to take care of your partner. So that's how you show love, and that's how you receive love. It's do something for me that shows me that you care, and I'll do the same for you. That's really good, because if it, it's practical even. So if you think about what a relationship is, a lot of times we forget that it's a practical way to live life. If you have someone there, you can share responsibilities, you can share roles, you can be more efficient with your time. And Cancer isn't necessarily in that mindset usually when they're getting in a relationship, but they kind of adapt to that. They take care of each other. So, awesome. Alright, so I'm going to talk about compatibility. If you've been watching my videos, then you know what I'm about to say. This is very generalized. This is not in-depth. If you want true compatibility information, as far as if you are compatible with a specific person, you need to schedule a personalized consultation where I or another astrologer can look at both birth charts, because it's a very complex subject. Okay? That being said, I will give you the general rule of thumb. You can use this as sort of like very, very vague guidelines. Like, I don't want you to exclude someone because they have a rising sign that I don't mention here as a compatible one. But if you know someone that you are attracted to and they do have one of these rising signs, that's just like 1% more reason to go for it. But you'll still need a personalized consultation. And I'm not saying that just because I want you to get consultations. Like, even if you go to another astrologer and get this consultation for compatibility, that's going to be better, okay? Disclaimer. Alright, cool. You're a water sign. You are a water sign. So water signs tend to get along best, or most harmoniously, I should say, with other water signs. That's going to be other Cancers, that's going to be Scorpio, and that's going to be Pisces. Let's start by talking about Scorpio. So, as I said, you're ruled by the moon. You can be a little bit all over the place emotionally, and I really don't mean that as an insult. It's just your emotions kind of go with the tide, so to speak. A Scorpio is very much not that way. Like, they feel a lot, just like you, because they are water, but they can really hold things together and hold things in a solid manner. So what this is going to do is the Scorpio is going to be more of a stabilizing influence on you, both emotionally, but also just in general. So that can be really good. The one thing that you want to look out for is, because you can be very, like, up and down emotionally, if you do upset that Scorpio rising, then they will probably hold on to it for a little bit longer than you would hold on to something in that manner. You'll have to be a little bit more cautious about, like, not saying something while you're angry and expecting it to just go away as soon as you're not angry. If you find yourself in a relationship with a Pisces is what we call mutable or changeable. They like, so you go with the flow like this, but yours is more of a pattern. Like, you have a natural cycle about you, so to speak. Pisces, being mutable, is kind of just doing this, doing that, over here, over there, doing whatever. Like, they don't necessarily follow that same pattern as you do. So that can be fun. Like, a Pisces is gonna just bring a new level of adaptability into your life. You'll be able to try new things, have new experiences, see life from a new perspective. Pisces can sometimes be a tad bit unstable. And I'm not insulting you, Pisces. Almost all my best friends are actually Pisces, if there's Pisces watching here. I just mean that because Pisces is mutable, they're not one to necessarily be, like, super consistent or super clear as far as, like, how do I get here? But then you, as this, you know, active cardinal initiator, can really help direct that Pisces. You can kind of give them a level of clarity, a better understanding of how to get where they're trying to go. And not only will that help them, but also you tend to really like to take care of people or help people out, so that will help you as well. But it's not going to be that they're not also giving back to you. Pisces is super compassionate. They will love you forever. They'll be super compassionate back your way as well. So it's mutually beneficial. And then, like, what if you get with another Cancer? That's going to be very, very, very domestic in nature. So, like, you two are the type who, like, probably, I know I'm being general here, but, like, wouldn't surprise me if you really got in a relationship for the simple reason that you want a family. Other reasons too, but, like, this could be a possibility. Two Cancers getting together because they both just love family environment. They love, like, sharing a life together in a very homey, domestic kind of a way. So that can be really good as far as, like, you get each other. And then the other element that tends to work really well with water is Earth. So, let's talk about it. The Earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. If you get in a relationship with a Virgo, this can be, it's sort of, it just feels natural in a way. Like, both of you are interested in taking care of someone, but in very different ways. So, you, as I said, are more interested in, like, comforting, nurturing, like, feeding, taking care of a person in that way. Virgo is gonna, like, get your life together. Like, Virgo's like, I'm sorry, like, this is your routine, stick to it. This is how you're going to make your life work, so I'm helping you by making you live the life that you need to, okay? Now, I know that the description I just gave there sounded very negative, but it's not. Virgo, like, makes life happen in an organized way. Like, without Virgos, we'd be all over the place. And as a Cancer, you tend to be all over the place. So, Virgo's going to help you pull it together, like really help you keep that structure. Virgo's really good at talking things out too, because Virgo is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication. So when you do need to talk out your feelings, which sometimes you're a little reluctant to, although it usually is good for you, the Virgo's going to be like, alright, what's wrong? Let's figure it out. Let's solve the problem. Virgo and Cancer tend to work really well together. You can really help the Virgo get in touch with their feelings because, as I said, they're ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication and thought. So they tend to be a little bit in their head, which is unusual for an Earth sign, but they're the most in their head out of the Earth signs. You can get them back into their feeling nature. And they can help you sort of be a little bit more rational, a little bit more logical, a little bit more organized. Alright, if you get with a Taurus, this is very much almost similar to the Cancer-Cancer relationship that I talked about. It's like domestic. It's like homemaker. It's like this house is on point. Your dinner is going to be delicious. You're going to have things very comforting, nurturing, cozy. Like your home's probably going to be the place that I would like to be. The two of you are probably going to have like, you know, like comfy blankets on the couch, like Netflix and chill all day, things like that. So it's cool. Just be aware of overindulgence because you tend to be like an emotional indulger. Taurus is just like an indulger. Taurus just likes what they like. They like it all the time. So you will need to look out for that. Like try to keep each other on track there. Alright, so if you go with a Capricorn Rising, I say this in every single video. I'm going to keep saying it. It's important. Y'all need to hear it. That's your opposite sign. So it means that it's hit or miss. It is hit or miss when you are in a relationship with your opposite sign. And I'll tell you why. I am going to have to get a little bit more technical here than I usually do. Pretty much what we have going on here is that Capricorn is your opposite sign, and therefore it's what we call your 7th house. Now in astrology we break the sky up by signs, but we also break it up into another system, which is 12 houses in the sky. Since you are a Cancer rising, that's your first house of self. Cancer. And therefore, your opposite sign is your 7th house of partners. Now, alright, so it sounds all romantic dreamy. However, the 7th house is not just your romantic partner. It is your romantic partner, but it's also your business partner. It's your best friend, like not your social circle, but your best friends. And then it's also your open enemies. Now, if you want to understand why that is, I'm going to have to go back to medieval times. So, pretty much, the 7th house in medieval times, so we're talking hundreds of years ago, was the house of duels. So it's like the house of the person who you're going to get into a sword fight with. Like, kid you not, literally, sword fight components are 7th house. I didn't make the rules, okay? But it's the truth. Alright, so what that means is that, yeah, that can be your best friend, that can be your wife, your husband, your romantic partner. It can be your business partner, but it also can be someone who you hate, like for real, like you can hate this person. It depends on the whole chart, okay? So I know we're singling out the rising sign here, but your whole chart is going to be speaking to the way that you interact with others and the way that you are. So that's where the compatibility consultation becomes very necessary. So breaking it down, what I'm trying to say is you're either going to love this person or, I guess you'll want to get in a sword fight with them. So, alright, thank you so much for watching this video. It means the world to me. I said this in the last video, I've had a lot of tech issues lately. That's why I'm not using my external microphone, so forgive me for any possible audio problems that are going to be on this video, but I've had a lot of tech problems. They've set me back a little bit. I'm going to really try to be more frequent with my posts on YouTube, so stay tuned. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, then please do, so we can, just stay in touch, stay connected. You can get updated as soon as the videos get posted. So if you like this video, definitely click subscribe. While you're down there clicking on things, you might as well click thumbs up, maybe share, I don't know. If you would like to stay in touch with me, I know I'd like to stay in touch with you, then definitely check out the description box below, which gives you links to all my different social media pages. You can like me, follow me, we can become friends on the different social media pages that I have listed below. I love it, I love you, thank you, please do that. And if you would like more personalized information, you can go to taylorcole.com/services where you can order a personalized horoscope or schedule a personalized consultation. So yeah, I'd definitely love to look over your chart. We can really just dive right into your personal astrology that way. And if you have just like a brief question, just kind of like, what does this symbol mean? What does that symbol mean? Definitely just, shoot me a question in the comments or on one of the social media pages as well. And then, finally, If you just want more general updates, if you just want more frequent generalized updates, definitely, like I don't know why you're not already doing this, follow me on Snapchat, follow me on Instagram, follow me all those places. But you can also go to taylorcole.com/dailyhoroscope where I post daily written horoscopes. So lots of useful information there for you to read, for you to understand what's going on in the sky right now. Alright, thanks again so much. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye.